this is how it looks after Wood Elves turn 3, and yeah, this is another overview. And here we go to High Elves turn 3. I had to test if I charted the tree man with my spear of it. I think I didn't manage to roll below a 10 on 2 attempts, but on the other hand, maybe I just didn't roll. Maybe I charged anyhow because, yeah, I wanted to some revenge for the White Lions, and I had the Orcan's Mind Razor will try to get it off in the magic phase, and just like the idea of frenzied high elves charging a big moving tree. On this side of the board, I just reformed the archers to shoot away at the Warhawk Riders and all things rally. During my magic phase, I get off the Orcan's Mind Razor, which is just the death of the treeman, and in close combat it turns out I'm right. Because my high elves are still frenzied. I had a high elf prince with 8 attacks at strength 10, weapon skill 7. I think there is not much that can survive such an onslaught. But, however, because I'm frenzy, I had to overrun, and I'm just lucky that the Eternal Guard isn't facing my way, because that would have been a really big mess. Yeah. Here, the tree can kill the Trianic Chariot and overrun into the Reaver Knights. And here's the overview after High Elves turn 3. And here is the beginning of Wood Elves turn 4. He reforms the Eternal Guard, so he faces my Spear Elves and backs away with his archers a bit, but staying within the magical 15 inches for his bows. And yeah, the Dryads move. I think maybe they charged the something and couldn't make it because of. No, they couldn't charge because of this single tree who's actually an Elven Waystone that didn't come to play. So they just move up, and in his shooting phase, I think he tried in his magic phase. He tried the Dwellers, but I stopped it. And in his shooting phase, he just kills a ton of my guys. But I make my panic test, and in close combat, he kills the Reaver Knights and reforms to face the Spear Elves. In High Elves turn 4, the Noble the Great Eagle charges the flank of the unit of Dryads, and I think maybe at this point we forgot about the Branch Wave. Could be, can't remember. And I charge my remaining Spear Elves into the leftmost unit of Glade Guard, taking their stand and shoot, and yeah, losing some elves, but I make the test. Maybe I even didn't have to take a test, but the important thing is I'm out of the line of sight of his Eternal Guard, so I should survive at least some more rounds and kill this unit for some more points. Now, there I did some fancy maneuvering to make sure the mushrooms couldn't charge the Silver Helms, and the musician I had in each of the units really comes in handy there. I just love the swift reform rule, not roll. And yeah, so this is what I came up with. So the Dryads can't charge the Silverhams, and the Silverhams will have the opportunity to charge the Treekin should they attack my Spear Elves, which are reformed as well. Now, in close combat, I completely massacre the Dryads. I can't remember, maybe he didn't make way or fluffed his attacks. I just kill a whole lot of them, and they flee, didn't manage to chase them down, but overrun into the Glade Guard. At this point, I think this is great because they have the Banner of the Eternal Flame, but really short after I will realize that it's not a good position to be in. Now, on the other hand, I am in a great position with my unit of remaining Spear Elves and the Prince, who kills a lot of Eternal Guard and chases them away. Didn't manage to catch them. In Wood Elves' turn, 5. The bad thing I realize now is that the Eternal Guard is in charge range for my BSB for my Noble on the Great Eagle. Not an easy charge, but he makes it, and he rallies his Glade Guard and the Dryads. So all of a sudden, the heroic guy on the Great Eagle is dead after what did I want to say? After close combat, because in magic and shooting nothing much happened because he couldn't shoot with anything but the Warhawk Riders who killed maybe a Spear Elf. Yeah, and the Dryads didn't manage to kill the archers, so I had 2 remaining archers who made their role, and I loved it. The mushrooms, finally, they get something back of all that nastiness they normally hand out in all our games. Yeah, so I'm looking confident for. Can I say that? No, I'm looking forward to High Elves 5, and I charge my Silverhands and the bunker unit with the mage and the BSB into the remaining Shriekin. Pretty confident to kill them, which I do. Maybe not kill, but just beat in combat, run down, and then overrun into the Dryads that killed the remaining archers. A small mistake there by choosing the wrong order for my close combat. But yeah, I think they would have died anyway. Now the Silverhands are in front, I think they can handle it. And on the top of the board I charge the remaining spells with the Prince into the remaining Blade Guard, easily beating them in combat and running them down or chasing them off the board. I can't remember which one, but I didn't make it off the board so that he could shoot away at me in Wood Elves turn 6, where he reforms and moves up the Eternal Guard for a last Dwellers from below on my Spear Elves, and otherwise just tries to shoot my Spear Elves with the Prince down. He didn't succeed in shooting the Prince down, but he got off the Dwellers from below, killing half the unit of Spear Elves, but none of the characters, which I'm really happy about. And in close combat, the 3 remaining Silverhelms beat the Dryads in combat and chase them. Run them down, I think, yeah. And on the top of the board, he didn't manage to kill the last Spear Elf, so just everything bounces up or he misses, whatever. So it was not to be. And in High Elves turn 6, I just reform, thinking, yes, I think I threw some dice at the Law of Death Signature spell because I didn't had a single chance to do so in all of my magic phases before trying to kill the eagle, but he easily dispels it, and that's the end of the game. Yeah, this was easily the most fun game I had in a long time. It was definitely the best game I had in 8th edition, and yeah, really, really great game. We edited it all up, and then it was a draw, which is one of the best ways such a game could have ended. It was really, I think there were 15 points between us. Can't remember who got ahead. I think maybe it was him, but who cares? It just was really good times, and yeah, I was very pleased that I had such a game after the last game was where I was really frustrated, and at least it was a draw and not a crushing defeat as the games before. So I was looking forward to the next games with my High Elves and that setup. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed. I thank you for watching it, and I recommend www.dicerage.com for checking out, if you can say that. So, have a good one.